Now let's discuss the $1 million prediction. Headline reads, will Bitcoin hit $1 million? And at what cost? Well, let's break down the latest from crypto analyst Mikhail Van de Poppe. So here we go. Bitcoin is officially back. You can say that again. We're up like 20,000 in the past 10 days. So yeah, we're back in a bull market and could potentially hit 1 million per coin in the next few years with Trump at the helm, according to trader and investor Mikhail Van de Poppe. However, the founder also noted, he warned that $1 million Bitcoin price might come alongside a much broader debt crisis that could wreck the price of all assets in the short term. Let's discuss this. Van de Poppe sat down with decentralized host Jonathan de Jong at DKGCon 2024 in Amsterdam for an exclusive interview to discuss the state of the Bitcoin bull market and whether an alt season is on the horizon, the impact of a Donald Trump presidency, plus so much more. It's going up forever, Laura. Van de Poppe, who spoke at de Jong October 24th prior to Bitcoin's recent return to new all-time highs, said that Bitcoin was back in a bull, but that it had been stuck in the boring zone while awaiting for a return to the banana zone. Quoting the analyst here, I still believe that currently we're on the verge of the perfect storm, or we are actually building it already, which means that next year is going to be big. But maybe that's the difference. I think that the next part of the cycle is going to be longer than the previous cycle, so we're going to end up somewhere in 2026. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Do you think this cycle will be unlike any others? Do you think it'll be longer, or do you think it'll end like the others in 2025, which is the year preceding the halving, considering we just had a halving in April of 2024? And as he posts here, record-breaking inflow in Bitcoin since Trump won the elections. More than $2 billion has flown into the Bitcoin ETF. More than 120 million has flown into the Ethereum ETF. The bull market is here. We're back, broskies. And as to whether Bitcoin will reach the often discussed 1 million price target, Van de Poppe said it will likely happen as long as the de facto policy from central banks continues to be money printing. So that means it's a lock. Bitcoin's heading to 1 million. It's a mathematical certainty they're going to continue to print. Money printer continue to go brr. That's what it was created to do. Just saying. However, he cautioned that many investors don't pay close attention enough to the amount of debt that we create, and that's going through the roof. Practically 36 trillion, fam. It is going to be recalled at some point, and we are going to have a debt crisis like we have seen in 2008. And guess what? Bitcoin was birthed, Genesis block, 2009 as a result of that financial crisis. Deja vu, family, quoting him here. When and if that happens, the amount of dollars that we have in circulation is going to drop. And if that happens, the purchasing power is going to drop as well. And the price of Bitcoin will also change. So yes, at some point in time, it's expected to happen. But if we have the crisis in between, yes, of course, it is going to be disastrous for the valuation of all assets. And the US dollar, it's all going to zero against Bitcoin. Van de Poppe also weighed in on the impact of the US President-elect Trump and his administration and how it might have the effect on Bitcoin. He says, I think people overrate the current elections. He shared, in the long term, it doesn't matter. That's right. Bitcoin is not dependent upon any human being or politician or central banker. It's irrelevant. Bitcoin's going up forever, Laura. Do you understand why? Because it's perfect money. We've never had perfect money. It's the perfect store of value. It's pristine collateral. It's unconfiscatable. It's unwittable. Must I continue to go on? He also says Bitcoin doesn't care about governments, and it doesn't care about the policies. Agreed 100%. Bitcoin does not give a what. Hence, Honey Badger doesn't give a what either. He argued that Trump's approach to regulation would be great for Bitcoin in the short term, at least if he does what he says. However, midterm impacts could be disastrous. As he has stated, he is determined to end inflation, and ultimately, regardless of who is in charge, Bitcoin will continue to offer the same value propositions it always has. I think in the short term, people overrate the elections. It just doesn't really make sense. It's going to be the same outcome at the end of the day, but here's the deal. Since Trump won the election, and since that evening of watching the markets pump, the prediction market on Poppe market, 100% correlated. All financial markets have been surging with the Trump victory. That's not a coincidence. It's not just, oh my God, it's just at the right time. No, we watched it in real time as Trump was that election night. The Bitcoin prices were reacting in real time to the decisive lead Trump had over Harris. So it's absolutely correlated. And financial markets are all crushing it right now. Elon just surpassed a $300 billion net worth, becoming the richest man in the world. Why is everything going through the roof? Stocks, gold, etc. Because Trump is going to be our next POTUS family. And that's very, very bullish for financial markets around the world, not just for the Bitcoin. 2025 is going to be amazing for the crypto bros. JV, have you seen the cost of housing in the U.S.? It's crazy, yo. 1 Bitcoin, you can buy a little house now. Wild. I love bananas and banana zones. Preach. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Happy 420. 427 folks over on YouTube. 1,172 total. We're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Because we're at price discovery, we're just going to look at the charts. Let me know if that sounds good to you guys. We're just going to look at the charts. Welcome to Chart Watchers Anonymous. We're watching the biddy make new all-time highs. Price discovery is here. Let's check out some different looks. Let's check out the 4-hour chart, and then we'll zoom ourselves in. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We just turned it into a pump watch because we're pumping, we're making history, and Bitcoin is on its way to 90 G's. This is the 4-hour chart. 1, 2, 3 consecutive green candles for the past 12 hours. We're on a tear all week. All Moonvember has been moonish. You got to dig it. And happy election day. Happy Veterans Day. 11/11, a very divine omen as well as far as the numerology.